Yeah, so this video, I caught this video about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, and I've been meaning to do a video on this one. This is a young sister in her car, just trying to talk to people about her life, and it's basically a cry for help.
I'm just coming on here because I need some advice. I'm tired of hearing people saying, "You gonna be strong, you got this, don't give up." But it's just like, what do you do when you don't got it? What do you do when you sat here and did your best? Like you just keep trying. I'm realizing each and every day, the more I go through this, that I'm literally by myself, literally. I don't even know where my next meal gonna come from. I don't know how am I gonna provide for my children. There's no help around here. I've been sitting here begging and trying to show these people like what exactly I'm going through. My rental office don't care. I'm about to get evicted out my place. I'm about to lose my car.
For women, I think they do have a little bit hard. And on one hand, a lot of times in society now, we're telling women that, well, you don't want to have any kids. What's wrong with you? And all these women are childless and stuff like that. So on one hand, we do kind of get on women about not having children, getting too old, and not having children. Then on the flip side of it, we do have women. I don't know how old this young girl is, but she's got to be at least, I'm gonna guess about, I don't know, maybe mid 30s, maybe younger. She looks pretty young, honestly. She looks younger than 30. She looks like my niece, you know what I'm saying? Like about that young, you know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, point is she has 4 kids, and one of the things about having kids is that on the flip side of it, I think it's great when people have kids. I think it's great to procreate. I think that's part of why we're here. I'm not saying everybody has to have kids, but it's a great blessing to have kids. But she has 4 kids, and I know her life is going to be hard if she's by herself. So one of the things about having kids is that, one, you really should try not to have kids without having a partner to help take care of them. And then in addition to that, maybe having 4 is a lot.
Because I need to sit here and come up with money to provide and pay for my bills and try to come up with my bills to not get evicted and stuff like that. So I'm sitting here taking a risk on driving dirty back and forth so my kids can sit here and at least have somewhere to sleep over their heads and stuff like that. And now that I know that there's nothing else I can do, what can I do now? I've been applying to different rental assistants and stuff like that. It's just I don't know where to go, what to do at this point. And it hurts because I'm starting to realize, like, I don't have no one. My kid's father family, they officially cut me and my kids off. My kid's father chose to sit here and harm my child. So they don't want nothing to do with me and my children. So it's just like, man, we ain't got nobody at all. And I'm losing it. Y'all. I can't even sit here, and I have 2 kids' birthdays this month. And I can't even sit here and celebrate my kid's birthday like how I want to. Or
Once you dig yourself into a deep hole just as an adult, this is real life. We all got bills and we all make mistakes, and there's no doubt about it. Once you dig yourself into a deep hole, it's one thing as an adult to try to get out of it. But once you have kids with you, it makes it even harder. You know what I'm saying? The pressure is insurmountable sometimes. So I see this girl breaking down. Now, what would I tell my daughter, right? Now, prior to getting in that situation, what's so important, like I said, is to really think about who you are going to share life with and who you're going to share genes with. And even if you're doing okay, I think 4 kids is a lot for these days and times. I would stop around 2 kids and then kind of see where you're at. And then maybe you have more kids. But before you have, to me, my opinion, before you have more than 2 kids, you should definitely have a more solid relationship, solid finances, and be in a place where you know, okay, maybe we're not rich, but at least we are comfortable enough to raise 4 kids comfortably, because that's a lot of stress to have 4 kids. Now, with the baby's father, I'm not sure what he did or why he's not in their life at this point. But what I would say is that at this point, her best bet is probably to maybe try to move in with some family and just, see if maybe she can click up with one of her siblings and try to raise the kids together. And that's probably the only way to go about it, because the way the world is right now, I mean, there are rental assistance programs, but there's not a lot really out here for her situation. I mean, when you have 4 kids, you're alone. I mean, it's hard enough to raise 1 or 2 kids by yourself, let alone 4.
Who can I run to for help when I don't have the answers, when I'm breaking down completely because I'm trying to be strong. I'm trying to be, and I'm trying to find different options and different ways. And it's hard. Like, I'm not trying to give up, but I'm giving up. I'm giving up, and to know that I don't have nobody to sit here and say, hey, I can at least, point you to the right direction, or I can at least help you with this, or just to get by. And I sit here and I put on this fake smile each and every day to keep pushing and move forward each and every day. And I'm ready to freaking go. I'm just ready to go.
We can look at it and from a blanket statement and say, well, it's men's fault, it's women's fault. Whose fault is it? I think it's really society's fault. Society has made everybody feel like, you know what? You don't really need to have 2 parents. You don't really need to take the time to build some type of family structure. You have the kids, we'll just see how things go and we'll figure it out later. Anytime you have one person trying to cover so much basis, they're going to break down. And that's what this woman is doing. So there's no way this girl is over 40. This girl is probably under 30 with 4 children, which means she probably started pretty early with someone who's not stable. And if you go through the comments on this video, you'll see a lot of that. I mean, some people are harsh, some people are very caring about it, but my thing is not to knock her. I have a daughter, so my goal in life as a dad is to make sure that she's prepared when she gets to this age of having children, because it's the biggest responsibility you'll ever have. And I think too many people have children and figure it out later. And people have always done that in society, right? It ain't nothing new in 2024. But I'm going to tell you, nowadays, having a lot of kids or having kids and having a really shaky structure and figuring it out later, it's a different world. We don't have a whole sense of community. Everything costs a fortune. And for 2 people, 4 kids is a lot to handle, let alone 1. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Crucial Combo.